Okay, what's happening, everyone? I hope you are doing well. Welcome back to yet another client interview. Today, I'm joined by yet another one of our wonderful clients. This client is called Nico, and Nico is another client that I like to call a silent shark who joined our program, put his head down, didn't post as much, but then popped up out the blue with a really massive update. So, super happy to be with him. Nico, obviously. I know who you are. We spoke in the group, and obviously we spoke just before this. For people watching, why don't you introduce who you are, who you serve, and the transformation you deliver to your clients?
Okay, my name is Nico. I'm from Spain. I have 18 years old, and I am in the real estate niche. I deliver AI solutions that improve the conversion rate and appointment booking rate for real estate industry in the real estate industry.
Yeah, love it. And Nico, just to paint a picture in the viewer's mind here, where was your monthly revenue before joining the program compared to where it is now, and how long did that take you?
Yeah, that's a good question. When I started, I was making 1,500 k a month euros, and now I'm making 14,000. Has been a massive change, and one of the reasons I think that this has happened is because the focus I have put into it and just following the Charlie instructions. Yeah.
Yeah, love it, man. And for people watching this, Nico literally joined us. We just spoke about it just before recording on the 31st of January. It's the 22nd April now, and he's literally just been with us for under 3 months, which is fantastic. So yeah, Nico, let's go back to the end of January. Talk to me about what made you join the program to begin with. What problems were you facing, which caused you to book a call with us and find out about what we have to offer?
Okay. When I started,
Hmm.
um, my business was very this was a mess. I mean, it was very disorganized. Um, to find a document, I have to I mean, maybe a half an hour
Yeah.
to find it.
Yep.
And when I didn't know about Charlie. I know, and I saw it from YouTube. And 2 days later, I it appeared me on an Instagram ad. And when I saw the ad, I was like, that's all I need. I mean, and also the risk reversal was very tentative. So yeah.
Yeah, love it. So before joining, you mentioned you were making like 1.5K a month, and but you mentioned you were quite disorganized in a lot of the different areas. What did your agency look like in terms of client acquisition, sales? Like what were you doing before joining?
I was doing call
Mhm.
email only, and we we how to say it, we intended to close a client
Mhm.
um before no after 3 calls, and all the follow-ups was very messy.
Yeah,
So yeah, this is
yeah. When you were doing cold email, yourself, was there any predictable process in place? Were you
no,
tracking
no, no.
metrics, or what did it look like? Was it just copy, paste, send?
Copy paste send, and I didn't track anything. So yeah, that was very, how
Yeah.
to say it, unconscious. I didn't track absolutely anything.
Yeah, yeah, that's like that's my nightmare, especially in operations and what we teach, and obviously what you know now as well. So yeah, so you're doing cold email, you weren't tracking anything. When you were doing cold email, Nico, and obviously you weren't tracking anything, what type of results were you getting, if anything?
I was booking 2 appointments a month
Got it.
and probably closing none of them.
Yeah. Compare that to now, man. How many appointments are you booking at this moment in time when you turn on the systems?
Now I have 8 uh, appointments a week,
Love it.
more or less. and yeah, that's it. And I'm closing about 25-35%,
Beautiful
to
stuff.
around two a week.
Yeah, beautiful. What system did you use from the program? Is it like one of our cold email systems or DMs? Like what are you
No,
doing?
I don't. I remember that Charlie said that if we were doing below 10K per month, he recommended to start with cold calling, and I all
Nice.
the
Oh yeah, yeah.
all the revenue I get is from cold calling.
Yeah, love it. Perfect, man. So walk me through walk me through the transformation you had in terms of approaching systems, Nico, because you came from doing cold email, which is is a strategy that works, but you went from doing cold email without tracking metrics, without knowing your KPIs. It was just a guessing game. And now, for example, you're doing cold calling, but beyond the strategy, you're tracking metrics, KPIs, things are a lot more organized. So walk me through the biggest shift that you made on your end to make it work.
Can you repeat
Yeah, so like
the question?
what was the big difference which made things work for you basically in terms of booking appointments?
For me, the biggest change came from tracking the metrics, because
Yeah.
when I didn't track the metrics, I was very like emotional attached
Yeah.
to my beliefs and all that stuff that Charlie talks in self transcendence, and I literally was making changes every day, and yeah, without sense.
Yeah, that's it. And you've seen this from the program. Now that you know, have an understanding of the metrics, you only make decisions based off of data, right? What the data tells you instead of your
Yeah,
feelings.
yeah. I literally don't listen to my emotions. I just see the data and act
Yeah.
consequently.
Yeah. And that makes it so much easier, right? Where you're going from not having metrics, nothing's working because you're going off your feelings, to now if something's not working, you look at a Google spreadsheet, for example, and rather rely on your feelings, you look at the numbers.
Yeah, and I just see what's going wrong and what's the needed mover.
Yeah. Perfect, man. Love it. So you do cold calling. In terms of your sales process, Nico, so when you get people on the call to sell to, what did your sales process look like before joining the program? Did you have a script, a process in general? Like, what did it look like before?
Before we, as I said, we I did call email,
Yeah.
and when a lead answers that email, we book a call.
Hmm.
And we in that call was only like introductory, talking about what do we do, and the that lead most likely didn't show up again. No.
Yeah.
Now we intend to close in the first meeting,
Nice.
and we also have started to handle objections. Before
Nice.
I didn't handle objection. It was like, you need to talk with your partner. Yeah,
Yeah.
just do it.
Yeah, love it, man. That's a big one. So before the training, when you did have sales call, when people were giving you objections, it was just, hey, if you want to think about it, go think about it. If you want to
Yeah,
go speak to your wife, speak to your wife. It kind of like sounds like how I used to do sales calls, which is why I'm not doing sales
yeah,
myself. Compared to now, you're now from the training, you're talking through objections, like you're keeping them on the call, right?
yeah. That's it.
Yeah. How sort of how difficult was it to transition from letting prospects go to now you have a sales process where you are handling objections? Because for a lot of people, they view handling objections as like a big thing. So like how difficult was it for you to, transition into this phase where you are tackling these objections rather than letting them go?
Charlie says something very that helps me a lot. That was, do not you have to see your your person, like if it was a video game, right, in third person,
Yeah.
the best way to disattach emotionally from the result. And I was and now I am like, I know what I have to do, and I don't care if I close, if I lose the call, the deal.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I think
that's a yeah, that's a great
this is
point you made, man.
the best way.
Yeah, yeah, because what you just said there, you're no longer attached to the outcome. It's mainly just doing the thing. And doing the thing is tackling those objections, even though it may not feel comfortable. It's the right thing to do. And you don't necessarily care if they close or not because you're doing all you can do on your end, basically.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Love it, man. With the sales side, I know we spoke about cold emailing before you joined the program and how you didn't have any KPIs and data for cold emailing. When you were doing sales before the program, did you have any KPIs for that, or was it also like a guessing game?
No, no, I didn't track anything. I didn't have any KPI.
Got it.
I didn't have any sub. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I what I believe in the moment, I did.
Yeah, yeah, fair, fair. And now it's just purely data driven, not just an appointment
Yeah,
setting, but sales calls, converting, all these different things.
yeah.
Yeah, perfect, man. Nico, talk to me about how you approach the program, man. So, as you are well aware, there's a lot of content we cover in EasyGrow with sales, mindset, like outbound ads, all these different things. Walk me back at the end of January when you first joined. How did you approach the program to get the results you have today? Like, talk to me about going for acquisition genesis, your offer change. How did you walk through it?
Um, the first I did is walking through acquisition genesis
Yep.
while I was watching self transcendence.
Mm-hmm.
When I finished both of them, I start with sales calls.
Nice.
Sales, I think the module of
Yep.
sales. But in the first module says that if you should go first to outbound systems to start booking calls instead of
Yep.
learning how to handle a sales call. So then I started to the outbound module, and yeah, I only did the cold call parting part part,
Yep.
and now I'm doing the sales call part. Yeah,
Yep. Love it, man. Perfect. If
and I'm watching Acquisition Genesis again.
oh, rewatching it, yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of important stuff there.
Yeah, yeah, love it. Talk to me about acquisition genesis, man, because as you know, and as a lot of clients know, that's such a big module to go through where there's a lot of content and it's an introductory module. What was your experience like going through that module in terms of understanding or in terms of how you approach your business now?
Acquisition Genesis, for me was like I understood all the how a business works, how
Hmm.
a very general structure, and what why the things happens and how it happens, no? And when I finished watching it, I felt like I was ready to improve and scale. Like
Yeah,
it feels like you don't need anything else.
yeah. It kind of teaches you the theory behind why you're doing things instead
Yeah,
of here you go, Nico, here's a cold calling
yeah,
script. The difference is now you understand the scripts, the metrics, and all these different things, right?
yeah. It helps you to become the person you need to become to achieve what you want, and it also teaches you to think. I mean,
Hmm. Yeah, and that's a big one because with a lot of programs and even a lot of content around this space, like I'm sure you've seen it, everyone's looking for the magic script, the magic cold calling script, the magic
Yeah,
email copy script, the magic strategy. The thing is, all of these different things work. The people that make it work the best are those people that are able to think for themselves. So they come up with their own way of doing things. They understand the framework so they can, make necessary tweaks. And on top of this, and you would see this as well, because it teaches you how to think, it doesn't matter if the economy changes, it doesn't matter if like Facebook shuts down or your phones don't work, you'll figure out a way how to make outreach work essentially.
yeah, that's it. You understand how the yeah the economy works. So if all the scripts, cold calling or cold emails stops working, you know how to find a, a methodology that
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, love it, man. Perfect. And you mentioned you obviously went through self-transcendence, man, which is our mindset module. Talk to me about how does version one of Nico look, so the version that joined the program, right? Compared to the version that I'm speaking to right now. Did you have any limiting beliefs that you broke? Any significant identity shift that you made? Talk to me about that, man.
The change has been, I think, the biggest change. It comes from my last version of Nico. I was very limited by my mind, and I wasn't aware about the subconscious mind
Hmm.
and how it affects to my behaviors and on yeah and how I act now. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And digging a bit deeper into that, man, when you say like obviously the subconscious mind and whatnot, were there any sort of, and how you spoke about how your mind was limiting you, were there any
Yeah,
sort of limiting beliefs that you had before you went through the mindset training that prevented you from growing?
yeah. For example, I believe that the money was scarce,
Hmm.
and to win a lot of money was very difficult and complicated, and that's obviously a limiting belief.
Yeah. And like touching on that, man, how did that sort of impact your workflow? Because when you do have those limiting beliefs, naturally you do outreach and you go into your sales call thinking, oh, this guy might not have enough money for
Yeah,
me or this, and then it affects your results, right?
you. I mean, don't. I am not aware exactly in the part of the
Hmm.
process that affect it, but it's evident that it affects because the results are.
Yeah, yeah, 100%, man, 100%. Um, outside of that, Nico, like in terms of your, I know you said you broke some limiting beliefs, the main one being the fact that there is more money in the world, you can achieve more, etc., etc. How did that help you in terms of moving forward, like going on your sales calls, booking appointments? Like, did it, without breaking those limiting beliefs, would you have achieved the success you've achieved?
I don't know how to answer this one.
So let's say you had those beliefs that money was hard to obtain. There's like limited things in the world and whatnot. Would you still have achieved your success if you had those beliefs, or was breaking them?
No,
Yeah, got it.
yeah,
It was a big part, right?
no, yeah, it's completely impossible to achieve success with limiting beliefs because I mean, for example, if you think you can run, you're not going to run it never because you're not you don't think you're able to.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. That's you're just limiting yourself before you even do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's that simple. Yeah,
perfect. So, yeah, I love it, man. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that because I love what you said there, where it's like a lot of people again they think it's to do with scripts, technology, and whatnot. And actually, the work you do internally, it's very important because it reflects the amount of work you do, and it also reflects how you come across in sales calls. Because imagine me trying to close you, but then my limiting belief is that people don't have enough money nowadays, there's a lack of abundance, etc., etc. The way I say my words to you is going to be completely different
Yeah,
if I didn't
that's
have
it.
any limiting beliefs, and then you will buy into me as a result. So yeah, I love that you've had that shift, man. Um, in terms of the program, Nico, I know we touched over like acquisition genesis and the mindset module and whatnot. Is there anything else about the program that you really enjoy and you really found valuable? So, for example, any other modules, the coaching calls, the group, like anything else?
The objection handling in the sales module for me
Nice.
is very has been very mind shifting, and as I said before, I didn't handle objections.
Yeah. And now you just tackle them every call you get.
Yeah.
Sweet. Perfect, man. Absolutely perfect. Nico, talk to me about your agency. How does it look right now? Like, what are your team members? Is it just you? Talk to me about the structure of things.
Now we're looking to in the process to hire people because
Hmm.
we are very I have no time to do anything.
Yep.
And now we are me, and which I do the sales call and the fulfillment, and
Hmm.
a VA who he's doing the cold calls. And I'm looking to hire a sales rep to keep scaling and yeah have more capacity.
Yeah. Love it, man. You've obviously been with us for just under 3 months and you've already made the big jump from 1.5K to 14K per month, which is fantastic. What would you say your 12-month goal is?
I don't want to be like to shoot very low
Mhm.
because I didn't expect to in less than 3 months be where I am now. But don't know, let's say 50K a month. Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, man, if you've gone to 1.5 to 14 in less than 3 months, I think 50 will be easy food, bro. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be
Thanks, bro.
fun, man. Yeah, love it. Okay, sweet. Nico, did you join any of the coaching calls whilst you were with us, or did you just watch the videos so far?
No, no, I watched the videos. I know that I I saw some people saying that the sales calls are very helpful. So yeah, I know that I have to join it.
Yeah, love it, man. Yeah, and for people watching this, like Nico, I'm just looking at your posts. It's funny because Nico introduced himself. Nico asked what product he should choose, and then what do you call it? Nico submitted his offer for audit, which I actually gave feedback on, and and then
Yeah, I know.
he didn't make any posts for like 2 months, and then his fourth post was the one where he said, "Hey guys, 1.5K month to 14K per month," which is fantastic. So yeah, love it, man. There's still a lot from the program Nico hasn't gone through, but you can see the power of just doing what needs to be done, basically. So yeah, killer stuff, Nico. Nico, 2 months ago, uh, or almost 3 months ago, do you remember who closed you? Like, do you remember who sold you?
Jack, sorry.
Jack, yeah, shout out to Jack. So Jack would have asked you on a sales call, right? He would have said, Nico, what are your goals and all this stuff, and he would have said, how would your life change if you were to hit XYZ? So obviously, you were at 1.5K per month. You're now at 14K per month, which is such a big jump. And you're obviously 18 years old. I'm still very young, under 3 months. How has life changed now that you are at a point where your revenue has gone up significantly? Is it still the same? Like, are you enjoying yourself? Like, talk to me about how life looks now, man.
Internally, I am pretty the same because no, I mean internally it is where the biggest change it
Hmm.
has take place because now I am more confident, more focused on what I am doing at the moment.
Love it.
And but my day-to-day life is nearly the same. I mean,
Yeah.
I continue going to school.
Nice, man.
Yeah, it's literally the same.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I always like asking that question on my interviews because I'm always trying to catch someone say, I've gone to the beach, I've bought this car, I've bought this watch, and all these things. But they all say similar to you.
I, I, I
Go on, bro.
plan. I have planned a travel to
Nice.
this summer to Indonesia.
Love it, man. Love it. How long are you going for?
A week.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought you were gonna say like 2 months or something. Like just fully send it.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, sweet. Yeah, no, I always love asking that because every interview I have, they share similar answers to you where they're still working, looking towards the next goal and whatnot. So yeah, fantastic stuff, man. In terms of what do you call it? Wrapping things up here, usually there's two groups of people that would watch this interview, Nico. The first of which are current clients, and the second of which are people that have yet to join the program. So, for clients that are currently in the group right now, what would you say to them would be your best pieces of advice to succeed, man?
Mm, I will say to them to to keep watching Acquisition Genesis because I watched it twice, and the second time is like you notice a lot of things that you didn't notice the first time I saw it. It was like other person the who watched the model for the first time. Yeah, that's it.
Sweet. Love it, man. And then and it's funny you mentioned Acquisition Genesis because a lot of people I've done an interview with, like yourself, they've watched it. They've watched it once, but they're going back to watch it, or they've already watched it multiple times. You know, like three, four times, just because there's so much to go through, and it's sometimes better to be
Yeah.
reminded than taught something new. Just like Alex Hormozy says. So yeah, love it, man. And then Nico, for people that have yet to join our program, maybe they don't know anything about us and they've just come across this interview between us. Maybe they're just thinking about it and, they've yet to join, they want to do their due diligence. What would you say to the people that have yet to join us from your time working with us, which I know it's only been just under 3 months, but yeah, let them know, man.
Just enter the program, do it because it's the most um is the best thing you can do to change your business and directly relationated your life.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the best thing you can do. Yeah.
yeah, love it. And again, for context, Nico, it hasn't even hit 3 months. And this is what he's managed to do in just under 3 months. So, yeah, appreciate that, Nico. For people watching this, I'm going to mark this as a part one and hopefully Nico's still has time for me down the line, and he's not too busy where we can do a
Yeah.
part two, because there's still he still has so much time in our program and a lot of content and materials to consume. So it's going to be great to see what he does. But yeah, hopefully you guys found this interview valuable. And I'll just do my famous outro now that many of you would be clicking off on. If you are someone watching this right now and you essentially want a get rich quick scheme where you join a program and you think the program's going to give you Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Rolexes in 7 days and all that fancy stuff. This is not the program for you, okay? If you do manage to find a program or a magic pill that gives you instant success, then please do send it my way. I will happily purchase that myself, as I always say. However, if you are someone that is willing to put in the work, just like Nico has, and you're willing to follow a proven framework to achieve success in your business, then feel free to book a call with us because we more than likely can help you. The absolute worst case scenario is if we can't help you, we can point you in the right direction. So, yeah, if you're someone that's willing to work just like Nico has, Nico is like one of the best examples because he literally joined the program, he attacked for less than 3 months on a consistent basis. By the 31st of April, it would be 3 months, but he was attacking every day. And you can see the growth he has had 1.5K to 14K per month in 3 months. So there's no reason why you guys can't do the same, um, provided that you follow what is being taught. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the interview, guys. Hope you found this one valuable, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.